Hello everybody and welcome back to the labs. We are on Karma episode 2. This is the Karma Modpack on the ATLauncher. Go check it out if you want to download it. And last time was an adventure. Not a lot's happened since I last recorded. I killed a disco zombie that dropped 2 note blocks. So that's where that's from. I don't know if you can hear that at all. I went and I dug out. There is that that ruins, like, I don't know if you can see it from here. Yeah, that tower there. You see the top of? I dug a lot of that stuff out. Got a diamond. Got a few resources going on, and was in the process of making myself a generator because I am already done with mining. Oh my gosh, these monsters that spawn while you're fighting are insanely annoying. They're not even that hard, but I guess what I do need real quick. My priority to-do list today is work my way towards some armor and work my way towards some power generation. And so in order to do that, I have crafted up a lot of the stuff that I need. I've got my piston. I only need 2 iron. I've crafted up a bunch of stuff that I need for. There it is. A generator, just a basic survivalist generator from, oh no, it's an apple tree, I don't want to cut that down, from X Utilities, and I need a bit more wood to get going here, so let me just grab this fallen log. I'll actually do, and I have got a little farm going that I don't know if I showed you guys last time, just a little baby farm to be honest, but hey, it would, it'll do in a pinch. Ooh, I got a melon already. Sweet, melons, exciting. These stalks were fully grown, but I didn't realize that I left stone underneath them, so yeah, that didn't go so well. Alright, give me some melons. Alright, that is awesome. Kind of want to retrofit this area into a farm, but for now I will hold on to these guys. Probably won't eat them just yet. I'll keep them as a emergency food stash. I'm in the process of uploading episode 1 right now to YouTube, and so that will be ready to release hopefully by Friday the 29th. I'll get that first episode up there and kind of intersperse that with the current series of spotlights that I've got going on. However, a little bit of news, channel news, is that we are on we're a bit behind in our recordings for the Infinity Labs multiplayer series. Oh no, what's that? For our multiplayer series, and so this will take the place of that until we can get a bit more time together. Like I said, we both work full time, and finding time to record together is a little tricky sometimes. So we are going to play this for a little while, and as I said in the last episode, when the mod pack comes to public use, I will hop on that and either transfer my stuff over or my world over, depending on how much of it is similar. I know it's not that similar, and go from there. Otherwise I'll just probably spawn a little bit of my stuff in or start fresh. I haven't really decided yet. Maybe if you guys have an opinion of that, you can let me know. So a survivalist generator. I don't really have the stuff I need to make the furnace generator. Okay. Survivalist generator. I need a couple iron. I needed a bit more redstone, which I did get. These go down here. We'll throw our piston up top. I think it's cobble and... oh no. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Bam. So the survivalist generator is from X Utilities, and it produces a whole heap ton of power, just very, very slowly. So this is going to fill up, but oh my goodness, it's going to take forever. So one piece of coal will last about 14 minutes, but it's you know, it's a little, I can't really keep up with a whole lot, so you got to let it get a surplus. What do we got here? Charm of the Vigor. What is all this stuff? So, what I want to do is I should probably go punch some grass and see if I can get some magical crop seeds going for essence. I'm hoping that they are a decent drop rate. It's the default config, and I think that means they're like a 2% or 1% drop chance. But all you got to do is to get started with this, though, is you can mine it, or you can just punch some tall grass and see what we get from it. Getting lots of cotton, which I will probably set up as well, and by lots I mean a few. I think that actually might take the place of my armor and power gen goals for this episode, because I just get a good farm going is really what I need. I have a bucket, so I should be able to move, or I think I have a bucket. I found one. I don't remember if it was before or after the great inventory debacle of 2014. So we're gonna check and see on that. If not, I have enough iron. I can make a bucket and get a little farm going here. Ooh, I got a pumpkin from that. That's interesting. I'm telling you, the drops that some of these things throw down are crazy. What do we got here? I don't need blackberry seeds. I don't need strawberry seeds. I don't need sweet corn. Do I have any essence seeds yet? I do not. Let me just check. Maybe he changed the in the Magical Crops update. Maybe he changed what I need. I don't even see essence seeds. Oh, they're there. Blind. Yeah, so they are a grass drop probably. I know it's a very, very, very small chance, and I think what I'll do is I'll actually get a sickle here, or a scythe, or whatever they're called, and get that going. Yeah, okay. So let's get a little farm going here. For that, I'm going to need to get rid of all this stuff, and I don't have room for it all. That was not exactly what I meant to do. Let's just throw as much of this as I can up here. I'm going to need another chest already. All right. But let's figure out what I want to grow. I'm not the best at organizing inventories until I have a reason to, or a good system for doing it. So, oh yeah, I forgot I made this. So I'm going to plant some potatoes and some cotton for sure. Got some melons growing there. Let's pull as many of the seeds out of here as I can, actually. Seeds and foodstuffs. Not that or berries. They're not food, technically. I mean, I guess you can eat them, but why would you? Let's throw all you guys up here. So yeah, let's just start with some cotton and some potatoes for now. Bucket. All right, yeah, let's go get us some water and set up a little farm. I'm not really sure where I want to do this. Maybe I will do it in this area, right beside my house. I won't get rid of this other one here, but I'll just kind of extend it out a little. More cotton seeds, that's good. I should be breaking this instead of just breaking the block underneath it, so I get the extra seeds. And unfortunately, I will have to chop down this apple tree. Don't really want to, because the apples are a nice, handy sort of food. Let me tell you, those leaves decaying automatically like that, just the faster leaves decay, I missed that in 1.7 so far. I'm so glad it's updated. I'm not even really sure what mod does it, but I am glad that it is back, and I'm glad that it is working and all that good stuff. One of the things that I'm testing out with this isn't just, you know, I had thought about doing a single player playthrough, but I really did want to wait for Mod Sauce. I think that pack looks awesome. If you haven't seen it, go check out the Hermit guys. They're all really good. And well, I decided, no, I'm going to do this because when I get that up and running, how I host the servers is interesting. But I've never tried to do 2 servers on one box before and separating them with ports. And I know how to do it. I'm just not sure if my box will keep up with it. So I do host them all locally. Me and Reclaimer, we play on a box in my house. And so I'm not really sure I wanted to do that. It does all happen locally, but can I make that back into it? No, I can't. What that means, though, is I have to do a lot of the maintenance and stuff, and it's, you know, not everybody just has a spare computer lying around, and I'm no exception. I am an uber geek, and so I had lots of extra like computer bits and baubles and spare computers, to be honest. But give me this. What I ended up doing was taking an old laptop that I had that was kind of like my personal laptop. I have a laptop that was given to me for work, and I just kind of started using that as my primary portable computer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I feel like kind of a geek calling it, or more of a geek than I am, calling it a portable computer. So that was a first for me. But I use that as my, you know, just little computer to do work on and get a couple other things done here and there. But I had this laptop that was a personal laptop, and it was an HP Media laptop. It was not a gaming laptop. It has dedicated graphics, and it wasn't, basically it wasn't a horrible computer. It's not designed to do what I used it for, really. And it was not very expensive, and so it had a lot of issues overheating. It had issues like not corrupting hard drives, but it would stop recognizing hard drives, and a lot of it, actually all of it, to be honest, was boiled down to the issues with its fan and heating. And so I just stopped using it. I built my own desktop a couple times now, and it's just, I'm obviously using that for most of what I do for gaming. And I do play a lot more than just Minecraft. Minecraft is fun for me to record and reliable, and we'll branch out a little bit here, and we do have a bit of another series recorded, but we're trying to work on getting that put together. And so, do I have some extra dirt in there? I should. So I've gone through trial and error on how the best way to set up the server was, and I was running it on a spare computer that I had, not my laptop. But the hard drive on that started to fail, and it had been for a long time, to be honest. I'm not surprised, and I wasn't really broken up about it, but I don't have, it's a very, very particular bit to take this computer apart, because it's, what do you call it? It's one of those, like, mini computers, and so it's not the easiest to take apart. They want you to take it to a technician, and I'm not doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I already counted that, right? So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be 5. Yeah. Oh, that's gravel. Oops. So I have to order the piece to replace that. But once I get that up and running, I'll use it as a server and get that back to normal. But anyways, long story short. So I use my laptop as our server, and it is it's got a 500 gig hard drive, not a solid state, no, nothing fancy. It's got 8 gigs of RAM, and it's a laptop. But one of the hardest things with running a server is a lot of the overhead of your memory is taken up by the operating system. And so I initially set it up on Linux because it's a bit less intense, it's a bit less overhead heavy. And, that's not in the right spot, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can have an extra row here. Sweet. It's a bit less heavy on the overhead of memory, but that hard drive kind of died on me a little bit. It was the issue that my laptop was having and giving to things. And so I decided, scratch that. So when we came up with this idea and we wanted to start recording, I knew I needed a bit more reliable server. So I went in and I took it apart and I cleaned out the fan and I looked up some common issues that it had. And 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And really everybody was having the same problem with this similar laptop, and once you clean the fan out, it seems to run again for years and not have the same issues. And that I have found to be the case. So I actually wiped it and I put MineOS on it, which is a operating system based on Linux and stripped down to basically have a small file hosting platform that can be accessed via FTP. And you know, aside from that, it has a let's get all those in there. Aside from that, it has Java, and that's pretty much all it is. It's got some basic network protocols, Java, and some web host admin tools. That's pretty much all it runs. So the overhead's really light. So I've decided to try and separate until we get a lot of automation and heavy server play going, especially at the start here, so I can keep them both on and chunk loaded, to minimize the amount of RAM and try to optimize my servers as much as I could, so that I can host two at the same time and just switch back and forth as needed. As it sits right now, I turn them on and off and make changes. I do my spotlights on a server on the same box, and just kind of flip them on and off. And it's really quite easy once you get it set up. It's a little tedious to do updates, like on the Bevo Tech Pack. Oh my gosh. The updates, I had the hardest time struggling with the best way to get them done, because he updates it quite frequently, which I love, but it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do with MineOS. Basically, what I found would happen is if I'd replace the whole mods server or the whole mods file folder, it would cause a lot of problems. So I kind of have to do it mod by mod. I just select all the ones that are updated from his changelog and then change them, and that works fine. But again, it is just really, really tedious. Do I have any of those seeds yet? Good grief. Unless, okay, they might have changed textures, but I did look them up. So anyways, basically what I'm saying is I'm trying to test and run two servers at the same time, and it seems to be working okay. I'll see how it works for the Reclaimer when he logs in next time, because a lot of what I have to manage isn't hosting a server for myself, but is hosting a server that is easily accessible and runs well for people connecting from outside of my house. And so I've done some things to try and figure that out and expedite that process some, but this is the first time I've tried running two at a time. And in fact, I'm not even running a second one right now. I did just minimize the amount of RAM I was using on this box to see how it would go. But we'll see about that. And if you are curious about how I run my server and want to see it, just let me know, and I'd be happy to kind of show that at some point, or and just see like kind of what other people do for their servers. I'm also really curious about. So if you run a Minecraft server and have not overpowered hardware, how do you make it run well? My desktop is good, but my server's hardware is not great. So it, you know, post some comments below and see what you think about that. See what you think about, or if you're a server whiz, give me a shout, because I'd love to pick your brain and see how you make things work. But let's see. Okay, so we got our power gen. We got our little farm going over there. This guy, like I said, he is slow, and he's cruising, but he is slow. Let's see if we can't get some basic ore processing online. And I don't know how I want to do that. Should I do that with thermal expansion or Ender.io? Let me look at Ender.io real quick. Because the reason I like Ender.io to begin with is I do need to get into some other Ender.io, and this will make it easy to do that. Yeah, let me do that, because I'll probably do thermal expansion or mechanism on... Do I have any gravel on Infinity Labs? So I'll try and keep it a little separated here. And if I do build any of those machines, I'll do them off camera on this one. I don't have any flint. I have iron. That's all I need for that. I got copper and gold. Alright, let's put this in here. Let's put some copper in there as well. And then let's also cook up, not that, this copper. And let's go find me some gravel. Actually, I'll bring you guys back in when I have found some gravel and some gold and got a couple of things done with these machines. Alright, I'll be right, guys, welcome back. We got us our machines. About halfway through that little trip and adventure I was just on, I remembered about Vein Miner. Although I did die a lot down there. Tried to explore that mine shaft. That was kind of a bad idea, apparently. Okay, so for the time being, I don't have any cables or anything like that, and I'm not even remotely prepared to build conduits. Could build a couple. Why don't I put down my alloy smelter, and let's just leave it on alloys only for the moment. Wow. If I break this, please don't break, please don't break, please don't break. This is a bad idea. Okay. Let's take I got some tin, and I think I have an iron left over. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Bam. Pick you up. Alright. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah, conduits. I've got some gravel. I don't really have any sand. So let's, where's my shovel? I had an iron shovel. Apparently that's gone. What I will do is I'll take this. Take that out of there. Make me a shovel. And work on getting some conduits. But my goal here is to have something that I've never done off the bat before, and I always want to, so I finally made myself do it. But an alloy smelter for alloys, and an alloy smelter for not alloys, non-alloy metal. I don't even know what the word for that would be. But oh my goodness, I'm glad there's water here. What are you? What are you? I think I killed it. Oh my goodness. That was awful. And it put a hole in my world. Come back. Alright. That hit hard. I wasn't even sure that was a thing. I thought that was like a nest. Can you hit me underwater? No, you cannot. Yes, you can. Alright, guys. I will be right back while I deal with it. We're back, and I didn't bother taking care of it. I died several more times. But I decided if I could just run past it and get all my stuff, that would work. What made it so difficult is he actually, that particular creature there that is right beside my base, so that's infuriating, when he launches his projectiles, like, they hit really hard, but then on top of all that, I think this is just one clay. Yeah. On top of all that, they they spawn like this massive pool of lava, and so that sucked. But eventually I was able to get my stuff back, but you can see boy's still there. Actually, boy is changed. Did he like die and regrow into something? I don't know what's going on with that thing. I'll have to take that out later. But this is why I need armor and stuffs. It's pretty painful right now. Not gonna lie. Everything in Lycanites hits so much harder than I'm used to. Or I'm just playing on a much harder difficulty than normal. Either way, it sucks, and I don't like dying so much. But in order to keep track of my copious deaths, I have created a wallow death, and every time I die, pick up my head and put it up here. So that does not represent them all. That represents only what I can recover and what I started doing since my last mining expedition before we broke last time. But I've got the stuff for conduits now, and I will get going on that and set that up and bring you guys back next time and show it off. But until then, I have been Towsty. You've been watching Infinity Labs, my Karma playthrough. Check it out on the ATLauncher if you're curious. Until next time, guys, have a great day. Deuces.